everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm back down here cleaning guns again. Thought I'd bring you along with me for the first couple. Today I'm focusing on shotguns. And some of these are older, some are newer. Most of them just need a good general cleaning, just to wipe down and make sure there's no rust on them. And that's what I'm going to do. But, I'll give you the basics of it and we'll go from there. This here is an old Stevens Model 59A 410 two-fed bolt action shotgun. I bought it and the 22 that matches it probably 10 or 12 years ago, and my buddy took a liking to them and I give them to him. Now, this is a World War II era gun, and back in, everybody was trying to save money, everybody was trying to cut a dollar, and I have checked these guns, they are empty. But if you look right here on this, they would paint this instead of, normally they would cut the wood and put a darker wood here and then like a little white piece in here. But to save money and make this gun more affordable, they just painted it like that, and that's the way they come. This is a pretty good little gun. It holds a tight pattern, and it's took many squirrels and brought them to the house. But, I kept it for 4 or 5 years, and I liked it for a little squirrel gun, but, when he liked it, I told him he could have it. So, he's got it now, and I'm going to just give it a good general cleaning because I know he doesn't hunt with it. But it's one of them he just put up for posterity, I guess. But to take this apart, it's got a bolt right here on the front of it, on the front of your trigger guard. If I remember correctly, now it's been a minute since I had this one apart. Okay, and it's just that simple. You take that bolt loose and it all comes apart. Where you can see. Now what I want to do is make sure down in here there is no rust or nothing hiding, down in the wood. And I want to make sure the wood gets a little bit of oil to protect it also. Now this gun probably hasn't been shot and shoot. I'm going to say, I don't know if he's even shot it since I gave it to him. I think he just put it in the closet. Or not the closet, the gun safe, but let's see. There we go. Now, like I told on my other videos, I'm just doing a general cleaning because he has changed residence. He bought a house, and we had to bring all his guns down here, and he doesn't have time right now. He's working, and I know if I need anything, he'll be the first man in line to help me. So, he asked me would I care to come down here and do this, and I told him not a bit. So here we are. And plus, I get to come down here and spoil his puppy. She doesn't like guns, so the moment you bring these out, she's done with you until you get them all back up and give her time to, recombobulate. But she's never been abused or nothing. She just don't like the loudness of a gun. I know what it is, which a lot of dogs don't. They, it hurts their ears, and I can't, hold that against her none. But okay, what I'm gonna do is I've got the bolt open. I'm gonna run a swab down the barrel with the cleaner on it, and then I'm gonna run it down the tube where your rod goes. Your I know what that's called. I can't get it to come to my mind. But I'm also going to push it up in it like this to make sure that, there's no gunk getting in it. And let me see if I have another one of these. I think I do. Okay, I do. Okay, well, that had cleaner on it for now. I'm going to take this one. And put oil on this one. Now, this little gun here, it's got a lot of scratches and stuff on it. And, it wouldn't hurt a bit to take that stock down and refurbish it. But, they're not a really expensive gun or nothing like that. It's just that, it is an old World War II era. I think the last time they made them was in the early 60s, and they started them in the early 30s. But I love these old type guns. I know that, I understand that, we've made a lot of advancement in guns and stuff like that over the years. And that's, I've got the newer guns too. But I don't know. It's just something about these old guns. Now I'm on this here too, so, that hit works better. Okay, let me look down here and see how this barrel's looking. That barrel looks like a brand new one. Okay, let me get my paper towels. Now, I'm going to take the cleaner and put it on the paper towel like this and go over the barrel. And if there's any surface rust starting, this will normally get rid of it without getting too abrasive. Now I'm just doing the barrel at this time, just the outer side of the barrel. I know you have to take the safety off of it to take the bolt out of it, but since I know I cleaned it last time and it was cleaned thoroughly inside, I'm not going to do that this time. But I'm going to just give it a good wipe down to make sure that, if there's any issues, I will see them. Now I'm going to flip it over my hand, but wipe the bolt down. This blue one's showing a little wear, but not bad for the age of the gun. I try, if I'm in a pawn shop, you can see it's kind of got a little bit of dirt, but not too awful bad. But that can be just from being in the safe and not being used, But I recommend, now I do it myself. I take my guns out at least once a year, and I clean every gun I own. And the reason is it's just like a motor in a car or anything else. If you don't take care of it, they're not going to last. And, if you take care of them, they'll last you a long time. And they won't give you no trouble. I'm going to do a couple of these shotguns. I don't know how many. He's got a couple here that's doubled because they was some like his dad had. And I don't see no need in cleaning the same guns, the same type of gun 3 or 4 times for y'all to watch. So I won't bore you with all that. When it comes to them, I'll just do one, and then I'll do the rest of them, after I shut the video off. Okay. Now, I always like to put a little oil in here where there's movement. It doesn't take a lot with this oil. Now I'm going to put a little on the bolt. Just take my finger and rub a thin coat on it. Back it up and put some back here. Anywhere I see a moving part, I like to put a little bit of oil. Okay. Let me lay this up here out of the way. Now, I'm going to do the wood stock with cleaner also. I was making sure that bolt wouldn't fall out while I was cleaning it. I didn't remember if it would come out or not when you've done it. As you can tell, it don't take long to sit down and, give your guns a good rub down. And if you keep them clean, they're a lot easier to clean, if that makes sense. Okay, now that this is just to make sure there's nothing on there that's hurting the wood. Okay, now I'm going to put a little more oil on this. And I'm going to actually rub it into the wood. And that way, if there's any wood that's been like exposed or whatever, it gives it a little bit of protection. I looked up one time, this little gun here, when it's so new, I don't know the exact year, but that was one year we looked it up. And it sold for $21. And if you bought the 22 with it, you could get them both. I think it was for $37. So, back then it was expensive for the times. But, looking at what they cost today, man, that was cheap. Okay. Now that I've got that back together, I'm going to go ahead and rub this bottom part down again, right here. Okay. I'm going to reaffix it back to the stock. And try my best not to touch that part in there. Put my screw back in it right here in front of the trigger guard. Snug it down, not over tight. Now I'm just going to give it another rub with the oil. I'm going to keep my hands on the wood as much as possible. And right there, it's done. Oh, let me get this. I about forgot it. I did not rub oil on the outside of this. I'm going to now. Because it is brass. And, it just helps protect it. And right there, she's done. Not 100% what this one is. It looks to be like a Mossberg action and stuff. Yeah, it is. It's got a heat shield on it. We'll take it off here. Oh. That is $8. Huh. Usually they have a little trick right there that keeps that spring in there. But this one don't. So I'm gonna go ahead and just pull the barrel off. Now I'm not gonna pull all this out and clean all that. I don't know nothing about this gun here. Honestly, it's the first time I think I've seen it. It does have a little bit of, looks like sawdust. So I'm gonna go ahead and take his heat shield off. If I have an Allen wrench, it'll fit it. So I can get to the outside of that barrel and clean it real good. There's one. Now it's got a nut on the other side. Might go see if I can find a pair of pliers to hold that with, because I do want to take that off and give that barrel cleaning. Let's see if I can get this one side off. I can get this one off. Okay, let me see if I might. Well, it might fit this. We'll see. Nope. I may have to pause it and go hunt a pair of pliers to. No, I got it. That was under a little bit of strain, but I'll get it back in. But this is probably a tactical type shotgun. Okay. Let's see. Warning. Reach animal manual. This is a Mossberg. Looks like a Mossberg 500. But I believe it's maybe a 580. I'm not 100% sure. Okay. It's coming out. Oh, I hit the bead. I don't want to take that off that bead. I'm just going to move this around as I have to clean it. Instead of fighting all that, I'm just not going to do it. It needs it though. No, I can't get that loose. Okay. I'm going to bring this back down where I can rotate it around. It's got a little surface rust starting in here. I'm gonna go ahead and try my best to wipe it off, and it does seem to be wiping off real good. But I don't know if you can see it or not. See that right here, how it looks. I'll show you in a second. See that come off, just rubbing it. And as long as you catch it as surface rust, it's pretty easy to get rid of. As long as you don't start letting it get too out of control. It doesn't look like it's been shot lately, but I'm still going to run some cleaner stuff down the barrel. I'm going to put a new one on and put the oil on it. Okay, now while I'm at it, before I lay the barrel back over here out of the way, let me get a new paper towel. I'm going to put some oil on this again. Just do a wipe down like we did on all the other guns. Give it a thin coat on the barrel. And what I'm doing is I'm rotating it in that heat shield so that it's all getting oiled. Now this one, it's a tactical shotgun, so it does not have the interchangeable chokes or the where you can change it to a Mossberg, whatever. I mean, to a full, improved, modified, and all that. I'm gonna lay this aside for just a second. Okay. Cleaner. And I'm just wiping down all the metal. And right here where these little pieces come back off your action into the shotgun, I'm going to fold this paper towel and get in there and wipe him off too. Okay. Let's get a new paper towel. and wipe it down with oil. Get it anywhere you can oil it. Okay, now I'm going to try to put this heat shield back together. Put the other one, see if it'll get a grip. I'm gonna mash it and try to get that little nut to start. Okay, let me go find a pair of pliers and make this job easier on myself, and I'll be right back. Give me just a second. Okay, I found a pair of pliers, and I done put the heat shield back on it. I forgot to start the camera, I'm sorry. But basically, I just put the bolts back through it and tighten them down good and tight. Now, I'm going to take the rag that's got the oil on it and rub all these pieces where this gun's going to go back together. And I'm going to put a few drops of oil where this slide goes back into the gun. And on the inside the gun, I'm just going to give it a little general oiling and rub it around my finger. The gun is really clean, except for that little bit of, it looks like sawdust is on the barrel. I don't know what that was about, but okay. Now I'm going to grab the heat shield if I can and set this back on it. This one has two tubes that has to follow down instead of just one. Normally I just have one. Let me slide this up a little bit. Okay. Right there, she went back together. Now I'm going to set her here on the floor because I have to put this spring back in it and put the barrel retention bolt back in it to the barrel, bolt that holds the barrel on too. So I'm gonna let the floor do part of it. There it is. Now, like we do with the other ones, I'm gonna take and wipe everything down and try to make sure I didn't leave no fingerprints or anything on them. Now on the plastic, it doesn't hurt. Okay, that one's done. Okay, this is. See how long we in this. I'll do one more. I can't see what that is. It's a Model 300, if that helps you. But let me look at one of these others. He's got a couple of these. Let me see if one of them has got a little clearer riding on it. It's a Ted Williams. That's what it is. Now, on these, I'm just going to take the bolt out right here and hope that it ain't got a 200-pound spring sitting in it. It didn't. Let me see what we got here. Okay. I'm going to take the barrel off so I can get underneath it and clean it. And I'm going to ease this out of the wood so I can get in here and clean all this. Them are real nice shotguns. From what I understand, Ted Williams was a good gun, you know. So, now, I think this is ones he collects because of his dad kept them. And I know he's got 2 semi-automatics and a pump. And I'm not going to clean, you know, I'll clean the pump, I guess. Well, I'll just clean the pump. You've seen how to clean the pump. But, you know, I'm just taking this and giving it a wiping down. Let me slide this over. Let me get my barrel brush. Now, this one has the AccuChoke. You just twist it and make it as tight or as loose as you want it. Seems like there's been a shot or two on this one. See, it got that pretty dirty. Let me look down in there. Oh, she's good and clean now. See something down there? Looks like there's a little pit in that barrel. Let me put a different one on there. Go in there. Nope. Let's take this one. I'm gonna put a little cleaner on this one and go down there and see if that is pitting. Pitting is caused by not cleaning the barrel. Now, I'm not saying he didn't do it. I'm just saying at some point in time, if that's pitting, somebody left this gun with gunpowder in it, and it does just sit and eat away at the gun. That's why you should clean your guns when you use them, boys. Girls, yeah, it's got a little bit of pitting about right here. So there ain't nothing I can do about that. Well, that I know of, but I'm going to go ahead and put some oil in it and try to make sure it doesn't get any worse. Now, this may have happened before he got the gun, so, I'm not accusing him of it. So, he ain't sitting there looking at me and going, you shouldn't have said that about me, which I know he's real good about keeping his guns, taking good care of his guns, or he wouldn't have me sitting here doing it, him, not so he didn't have to worry about it. Okay. That still looks pretty good. Give this a good wipe down with some oil. All right, I'm going to lay this down right there out of the way. I'm going to go ahead and just run this oily rag through here. Just to give that wood a little bit of protection. And on the outside. It kind of makes them shine too. All right, now I'm going to start on this side. I know it seems like, you see a lot of guns on my channel, and you do. But now, not all of them is one person. There's several people here that, like his wife's got a couple guns, and his son's got some in here. Of course, you see some of mine on there. And other people's that's asked me to, go through and give them a cleaning and, try to, stop them from getting worse shape than they was. This has got nice checkered on that receiver. Okay, now I'm just going to take this and reach in there and clean that the best I can. Get where this was setting with the cleaner too. See, it was pretty dirty. Okay. Now, let me get a paper towel, another piece of paper towel. And I'm going to give everything a good rubbing down. The wood and all. That way it gets a nice sheen to it. And if something should happen, it'll have a little bit of a oil protection on it. I'm going to pull this down. Give that a good cleaning. Now it's ready to reassemble. I'm going to wipe this off too while I'm at it. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and slide this back into place. I'm going to put the barrel back on. I have to wipe it off, but I'm going to have to get my fingerprints off the bottom of that barrel. Then I'm going to put this bolt back in it. Okay. I'm going to wipe this bolt off because I didn't have my hand on it. I'm going to wipe all the metal back down. Okay, I'm gonna lay this over to the side. Let's see, we're at 40 minutes. I'm gonna do one more on this one, then we will switch over to another one and do a part two. Okay, here's a little single barrel shotgun. There's nothing to them. Let's see, this is made in the USA, 12 gauge full choke, and it says, it looks like to me it says Cherokee. Might not be what it says, but let me put a little cleaner on it, see if I can bring it out so I can see what it says. That's what it says, Cherokee Arms. This is an old one. Okay. It looks like somebody has made this piece here or like done some major grinding on it. Oh, they welded it right there. Okay, I'm gonna take it apart, but I'm gonna be real careful with it because this here does not look like the original bolt either. Looks to me like somebody's done some major brazing on this gun and stuff. I'll tell my buddy he needs to look at this because I don't know if I would. I don't know. He may just have this as just another like wall hanger or a gun that was somebody in his family's. But oh, I see what they done. It used to be the bolt that held the gun on was up higher, and it's broke off here, so they brazed it up. Then they come back here and put this piece here in to put the bolt back a little further. I'm gonna say it doesn't hurt it, but I guess as long as they braze it up good, it's all right. But see, back in the day, people used to work on their guns. Okay, let's put some cleaner on it because this does have a little bit of rust. It's not bad, it's just surface rust. And it rubbed right off. See? I had never used this before, but it's now I'm not sponsored by them. I'm just sharing information. This is Mossy Oak CPL, one purpose, one step. It says it's cleaner, lubricant, and protectant. Needle oil, but it works better to me as a cleaner because man, it strips anything off these guns just real quick. But I like the Lucas on the oil side. Okay, let me bring this back here. Now I'm just going to reach in everywhere I can get with my finger and clean it. And then I want to clean the metal. That right about had it. Let me get this one. Today is such a pretty day outside. It's sun shining. It feels like it's in the high 50s. And I think tomorrow it's supposed to be raining. And, if it is, I'll still come back down here. I like to have these done time he gets back home. Okay, this one's done. Did I swab that barrel? I don't think I did. Nope. Let me swab the barrel real quick. As you can see, it takes like 5 minutes to clean one, and it saves a world of trouble with the guns. I'm probably not the most detailed person to tell you how to clean one, but I mean they're pretty much they're pretty much the same. But me get the top of this barrel so I'm not touching the bottom of it where I don't want to. Okay. Now I'm gonna wipe the bottom of this off where the wood covers it. And there's the old Cherokee cleaned. Okay, this video's getting a bit long. Oh my goodness. And I need to get these guns back to the safe. We're about 47 minutes. So I'll bring you back and do another one on the rest of these. Even though it'll be the same thing I've been doing. But let me say, y'all have a good day. Have a blessed day. Be good to each other. We'll see you on the next video. As soon as I get these guns put up, I'll come back and we'll start another one, okay? It'll be part 2.